The story of the missing stories. It was night. It was dark. I couldn't see my coffee. The screen was bright. The text was white. My eyes were starting to cross. I was scrolling through a forum, an exclusive club of writers and more writers, which had been recently formed. We were they. We were the chosen. But as I moved from folder to folder, thread to thread, I started to see a pattern. The stories. There, my heart skipped a beat. Missing. That very morning I'd been reading something. It was something I couldn't quite remember anymore, but nevertheless definitely a something. It had been reasonably well written, with proper punctuation, people filled with personality, and by golly, it even had a plot. But none of that matters now. Not anymore, because that whole section had been wiped. None knew where it had gone. Not even the originator, code name Penner. But how? How could something like this have happened on such a well-programmed and modern forum as this? Well-programmed indeed. Even the error pages were bathed in barbarous blue bears gnawing at servers. But modern? No. I'd been mistaken. Upon closer inspection, few would consider this to be a modern forum. Might as well be giving a speech in ancient Rome. But the forum worked. Or it seemed to. Most of the time. We hadn't had any problems up to that point. Not during days of use. At the very least, a day. I sipped my coffee. My coffee nipped back. It was overbrewed. Such is life. Flinging flips over flops in the bits and bytes of the source code, I soon realized it would be much easier to inspect the web page's HTML and JavaScript instead of going straight for the binary. Java? JavaScript I could understand, but why would a simple site like this require Java? I looked deeper into the code, like Neo into the bullet about to scratch his nose. Apache, Tomcat, MySQL. Yeah, okay. Everything seemed normal, though a bit much for such a site. Then I spotted it. What's with the Python backend and API-AI/NN? So I did what any well-trained cyber detective would do when confronted with information such as this. I Googled it. OMG. AI/NN. A neural net-based AI built into a forum? It was beyond my wildest dreams. Though to be honest, I hadn't done a lot of programming in recent years. Tech moves fast. I knew that sites like Amazon were using simple forms of neural nets now to analyze data and offer suggestions, but this was something entirely different. It's gathering information to write a novel. It was late into the night before I'd found any more links to the case. Someone knocked on the door. At least, I thought so. But it was just the branch rubbing against the gutters in the wind. I sighed and squinted, returning my gaze to the glaring white Wikipedia page. The Plage, an artificial intelligence-based software server set up by Deutsche Novelistische Volksstadt, a German group of coders trying to overtake the Kindle ebook market. The program derives stories from artificial neural network technology computationally trained by scouring over millions of English-language websites. This was it. This was the answer. We'd been infected with the Plage. But how? And why? This Plage had been directly encoded into the forum's HTML, hidden in a flurry of script tags. Why is it deleting our stories? Or comments? Then it hit me. Plage. Plagiarism. Were it to leave anything behind, any shred of evidence that these stories had been previously posted to the web, Deutsche Novelistische Volksstadt would be subject to serious legal liabilities. They're scything the source code, stealing our stories, sweeping the scene and selling on Kindle. After many long moments of incessant coffee sipping, I came to a conclusion. I've got to test my theory. And so I did. I wrote a story, short but sweet. It had mostly proper punctuation, one person filled with personality, and, by golly, it even had a plot. The only thing left was to post. There, now we'll catch them in the act. We'll have proof that this German group is stealing our stories for Kindle. I'd hit create thread, but I didn't make a backup.